It's pickup time, bitch!
Hello world, welcome to another episode of Gazz's Pickups. This week I've got quite a lot to show you, so it's going to be a long video. But there's plenty of decent stuff to show. First of all, I haven't made a video for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so the first stuff I'm going to show you here is stuff that I got a few weeks ago. Now, a friend of mine came to stay with us. Well, two friends of mine, a girl called Stacey and her fella Sibsy, and they brought some presents. Now Sibsy bought me some stuff that he got. He's had hold of for a while. I think it's come from loot crates, so it's mostly, it is all gamer related stuff from loot crates. So here's the bits and pieces that I got off Sibsy. Now first of all, we've got Widowmaker from Overwatch. It's a pop, so that's quite cool. He also gave me another Overwatch thing. It's called Farah. I'm unsure of the name of this person, but that's a nice little statue though. Nice little statue. Thanks, Sibsy. I don't know any about values on these. I don't know anything about values. Pops, I think, are all worth between 5 and 15 quid. I don't know what the titanium thing's worth. Don't know what it is. Next up is another thing that came from a loot crate, and this is pretty cool actually. I'm gonna probably have to take this out the box because it's probably better to actually display this thing. It's a Hellboy Right Hand of Doom ceramic bank. Now if you open it up, it is exactly what it says it is. It's a money box, or the Americans call them money banks, and it's Hellboy's fist. That's quite cool. I like that. That's gonna get put on a shelf and have 5 pencils put in it, I think. Because you can't put 2 pencils in it, it'll fucking fill up like that. That ain't very big. Okay, now I've already built this. This is a little, you fucking call it, like a little buildable thing. Now it's Queen takes Bishop. Now as I said, I've already built this thing. Look at it, it's pretty cool. That's gonna sit on my shelf. That's a great scene from a great film. A great scene from a great film. I love aliens. And the alien queen is a beast of a machine. What she does to Bishop at the end of that film is just mental. You think the film's done. You think they're about to go sleep. They're about to go home. And BOOM! Bishop gets torn in half by a big fucking evil bitch. And then one thing leads to another, and she has a dance with another bitch in a big robot suit. Last up is this Alien vs Predator thing. Titans vinyl figures. Now I've already opened this, I know which one it is. I'm not gonna lie, I got one of the better ones, one of the ones I'd rather have had, because obviously I'd rather not have any of the people. Although it wouldn't be a bad thing to have Kane with a face hugger on, or Kane with a chest burster. The face hugger looks pretty cool though. And you see them? There's some cool stuff in there. But I end up with the Predator, and this thing here comes detached. Nah. Stand him on one of my shelves. Look at him. He's like, yeah. Oh, he goes back in his box, doesn't he, for now? So yeah, that's stuff I got off my mate Sibsy when he came up to see me. But when he came up with his girlfriend Stacey, and Stacey had some gift that she picked up for me. Presents for my birthday, Christmas. You know, I know it was months ago, but I haven't actually seen the girl for a little while, so it was good to see her. She brought me some. Now I've already opened this, and I've already taken one pair out. I've took the Bowser pair of socks out of this, but they're quite cool. Look at them. They're socks. Just Donkey Kong ones, and Yoshi and Luigi and Mario, and there was a pair of Bowser on as well. I've opened the Bowser ones. Well, I've won the Bowser ones. I haven't opened them. Next up is this. It's a Game Boy keyring. Yay! It's also a bottle opener. When you're an alcoholic, you're going to need bottle openers. Nice presents. I'm going to put that on my keyring. Next up is... Oh, it's one of these changing ceramic cup things. Which, you put some hot water or tea in it. And it changes from being just that little image of Mario to this full screen. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then last but not least off Stacy is this map of Hyrule. I don't know what kind of paper this is on because it's really... It feels really different. It's just like tracing paper. But I might try and put that on my wall. I've got loads of Zelda stuff on my wall, so I might stick that with all my Zelda stuff. Oh, well, I've just opened that up so much that it ain't going to go back in there, is it? Let's just wrap it up a bit more. It should go back in there now. Yeah, but so that's all presents that I got off my mate Stacey and Sibsy. Thanks guys. It means a lot to me that people think of me. Okay, next up. A couple of weeks ago, my little sister went to a car boot sale. She showed me a picture of some of the things that she picked up, and I was like, my bloody god, I need that. And she didn't even know what the bloody thing was. All she knew is that it was a mole. She picked it up because she saw that on eBay it's not that they're they're not worth anything, they're just expensive to buy because you don't really get them in this country. So she picked this up. Little mole! He's not so fucking little though. Now, I'll add some pictures in, like down there somewhere in editing. I've bought my girlfriend some of these moles before. They're pretty cool. I've never bought her a big one like this. Like she got a hand puppet one and a couple of little figures. So this is gonna go with them. They're for my girlfriend. She fucking loved these things. So that mole is for you, George. Yeah, mole for my girlfriend. That's pretty cool. Now my little sister bought them for like £2 in the car booty. Now obviously me and my sister, we constantly give things to each other, but that's worth a lot more, so I had to give her money for that, but it's worth it. It's absolutely bloody worth it. Look at him. Look at him. He goes, nyah, nyah, nyah. Basically, he's from a Czech Republic cartoon. And probably a bit like Pingu and stuff like that. And he's just a mole. The cuddly toys are so fucking expensive, so hard to get hold of in this country anyway. You can get them over in Germany and all that quite easily, but over here you have to pay a fortune. But anyway, that's that. Now I'm getting to my pickups, my actual pickups. Now then, went to the car booty today. I'm just gonna turn this around so you can see me a little bit more. I went to the car boot sale this morning, got up at 4 o'clock. Walked around there until just about 11 o'clock. It was a really fucking long walk, but first things first. Now, when I was a little kid, my cousin David, me and him always had all the toys between us, and usually I had a whole set of something, and he had a whole set of something. We very rarely had the same toys, so I think we were always a little bit jealous of each other when it came down to it, because so many of the toys he had, I was jealous of. And there was this thing that he had that I wanted this thing for years, and I swear you do not see this thing anywhere. You never see it. You know, you go into retro toy stores, and I've only ever seen it once in a retro toy store, and that guy knew what he was selling, and he was selling it for a good chunk of money. Now, this isn't fully complete. although it's mostly complete. It's just missing a couple of missiles and the front, like, visor thing off the spaceship. It's this thing from Manta Force. Look at that. How awesome is that? Now, when I was a kid, as I said, my cousin had this, but he had a big red one as well, which looked more like a jet fighter. Like, this just looks more like a Starship Enterprise or something like that. But yeah, he had this other fucking thing, and it was amazing. I've always wanted these, and I've never seen them. Now, if you look, see these little guys at the front? Now, look how big they are. They're tiny. Now, this spaceship here, if you witness it, it's got all the guys here on the side. And then on the other side, them all again. Obviously, this thing opens up. Opens up like this, and the top slides off. Well, it's supposed to slide off anyway. Oh yes, top comes off like this. Boom. And look inside. Everything's moved a little bit, but inside you have all these little guys and these little spaceships. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think this was like a terraforming ship. It would go down onto a planet, and they would terraform it using all the stuff that they had. Because there's stuff in here for the air, for the sea, for the land, and all that. And I think that's what these were. I think this was a terraforming spaceship. And if you see that, it's got all those little spaceships inside. Now, some of these are tiny little things. They're little tiny things. I found this in the booty, and it was £3 a girl wanted for it. I was made up to pay that for this thing. This is going to go proud of place in my collection with me box Millennium Falcon. How cool is this? Look at it. And, you know, when I say it's complete and it's only missing a couple of missiles, like, look at this thing here. Come on, you bastard, get up. Oh. This thing here, look. It's got these little missiles, which... Oh, go on, fire. Boom! Oh, and that's gone. It's gone forever. No, it's there. These little tiny fucking missiles that go in here. In fact, I've only just noticed something as well. If it goes back in, like... in the back of the spaceship here, it's got just like a little door thing which folds down, yeah? And there's some more missiles. That's awesome. It's still got everything apart from 2 missiles that sit here. Which, am I right? Is that them? Boom! Boom, that's them missiles. Now, it may have came with 4. It may have came with 4. But yeah, this thing, apart from the visor at the front, I think it's complete. Which, if that's true, that's fucking amazing. What an amazing buy for £3. Get it back in there. Get in your hole! You want to go home! There it goes. It went home. But yeah, that's awesome. But not only that, shed this other bag of odds and sods. That's from this. Now this thing here. Now this is the exact same as this one here. And I don't know why there's 2 of them. And why there's both different colours. Now I think you could actually buy them in like little packs with just some of the crafts in it. So I'm assuming that. In fact, I'd probably go as far as saying this one's supposed to be in there because that's yellow and yellow. Yeah, I'd say that might actually be the case. That might supposed to be go there with that yellow and yellow. And I'm assuming that this little guy here is supposed to go here because then that would make that all blue on that side. This makes sense. So I think that yellow one's supposed to go there. And I think... yeah, I think that's what that is. So it also got this little thing with it. So it looks like they had a couple of little separate kits as well. Unfortunately, this little robot-y thing has lost his arm. Well, he hasn't lost it, it's just damaged. I think a little bit of glue. I'll stick him on an angle and put like a bit of glue there like that so that, you know, obviously you don't want it to be crippled. But something tells me that these used to have the the red jet fighter one that I was talking about, because these, if I remember right, these were in the wings of it. These were like shoot out missile things that used to fly out the wing as if like they were flying or skimming on water or something. I'm unsure, but that's them. Look, these little figures are inside it. I paid £3 for this whole thing. Now, it was fucking truly worth it. The woman was really, really nice. She let me, because I dug through quite a few boxes to make sure I got, because all the stuff wasn't actually inside it. Most of it was separate. I dug through boxes and bags and all that, and I found most of it. I just couldn't find the rest of the bullets for this. But what a lovely little purchase that is. As I said, my cousin had one when I was a kid, and I was jealous. Highly jealous of this fucking thing. And boom, it goes on like that. Now, I'm going to have to put that on the floor. Obviously, with the pieces that came with it in that bag. That's a fantastic little purchase and made up that. I'm just going to see if I can buy the visor for it on the internet. Now, this isn't last but not least, but this is, obviously, I've still got my backpack. But I've got this bag here. No. This bag is an impressive bag of accessories, because the things that these come off are Centurions. If anyone remembers the cartoon Centurions in the 1980s, and the action figures were like probably this size, and they had loads of little holes all over the body. They had like 6 in the front of the torso, 6 on the back. They had them down their arms, down the top of their arms, up their legs, on the outside, the front, the backs, of everywhere. And you'd place all these things on them. Look at this bag of accessories that I've got here. Oh, this was actually part of the Manta Force thing. I said to the girl, you know, what about all these bits here? And she's like, well, what do you offer? I was like, some random figures, which the figures aren't actually here for. She didn't, unfortunately, have the figures. She said, well, tell you what, you're buying that thing off me for £3. Take those bits as well. So I've got all these bits, which comes with, I'm not exactly sure what all these bits are, but you know, fuck me. You see what I mean? No, all these dots here on the backs, they fitted onto the people, and then you had everything else which would attach to them. Like, yeah, look, that would attach to that for no apparent reason. Ooh. Boom. Ooh, I got the. But anyway, I picked them up. I'm going to trade them, because there's people out there who love this stuff, and to be able to get hold of something like this will probably mean a lot to some people. So I'm going to throw them on. I'm going to throw them on online somewhere and see if I can get them traded for games or wrestling figures, because that's what I want. Let's see if I can find that bit that I've just... Oh, it's over there. Yeah, a bag of Centurions bits. Wow, this is a long video. I'm nearly 20 minutes, fuck me. But anyway, yeah. Hi everybody, I'm Gazz Cavalier. This is... That's usually the first thing I do. But, well. Yeah, this is my pickups video. And obviously, went to the car booty today. There's a handful of things in here that I didn't pick up in the booty. I've just thrown them in for this video. So I'll open it up. But first things first is this Leatherface. It bought him for... I think he was 20p. He's worth 20p. It smells like smoked bacon. Maybe that's the skin on his face. Maybe he smokes his victims before he... Shut up, you! Fucking phone. Pretty sure I had you on silent. Well, I say I'm pretty sure. Clearly not right. Fucking phone. But yeah, he's going to sit on my couch. My ever increasingly busy couch. You can sit there with Chucky. Well. Okay then. I paid 50 pence for this. Now, I love this guy. This is a wrestling figure. I love this guy. It's Brother Love. I love you! That was absolutely terrible, but you know. His name's Bruce Pritchard in real life. Now, I listen to his podcasts. He's one of the few people that I truly like to listen to when it comes to the business, because he doesn't appear to have much reason to be lying, and he doesn't feel like he's lying, because he will talk smack about people if he feels like they need to be spoken smack about, and he will put credit onto people who he's not actually fond of. And he'll tell you, I'm not fond of this. I'm not fond of him, but you know, it was him who did this. So he comes across as being quite genuine in his podcasts. So I like him, Bruce Pritchard. I bought the for fuck's sake. I paid 50p for is his name Panthera or Panthro? But I paid 50 pence for him, and he's got his little thingy on his back. Yeah, his masturbation action thing. Oh, but yeah, 50p for him. He can go on my shelf up there with the rest of me old action figures and toys. Okay then, next up is a Stephanie McMahon Helmsley figure. Now this is Stephanie McMahon Helmsley because this is back in the McMahon Helmsley regime thing, when she was like all buxom and evil. But this figure was quite controversial when it came out. Now some perverts, not me, some perverts did the thing that most men do when they get hold of a doll. Let's look at her boobs, let's look in between her legs. Now, they didn't paint knickers on her. And when you get a toy, and it has like, see on Panthro there, I don't know if you can see that. See it there, right there on my, that's basically like where the mould is set, and when you have to break you have to break it off, and it leaves like a little hole, an unsightly little hole. Guess what accidentally was in between Stephanie McMahon Helmsley's legs in this figure? Yeah, that little unsightly fucking broken off hole thing. Yeah, parents didn't really like that thing, so this Stephanie McMahon Helmsley figure, it's not rare, but it is actually kind of, it's got a good story behind it. Now, you probably won't be able to see in that, but you will be able to notice that the poor girl doesn't actually have knickers on. And you see, she doesn't have knickers on, unfortunately, for that. But it is Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, and she was playing the role of being a bit of, as Chris Jericho called it, a trash bag, bottom feeding hoe. I love Stephanie McMahon though; she's a great character. Anyway, next up. Now, I didn't get these next few things of car booties. These things are being bought all off eBay, I think. But I picked up Super Morph for the Super Nintendo, which is, again, a game I didn't have, so I picked it up. By the way, I paid 50 pence for Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Super Morph cost me, it was like £4.50 or £5 on eBay. I bought it weeks and weeks ago. I bought it like 5 weeks ago or 4.5 weeks ago, or something like that, and there was a mix-up. The lad forgot to send it. It's all cool, he sent it in the end. So it's weeks old, that purchase. I also bought Looney Tunes Wild Wacky Sports. Now, I've heard the good things about this game. It's supposedly a decent game. Can't comment, I've never played it, but it's a Super Nintendo game, so it goes in my Super Nintendo game collection. Next up is Home Alone 2 for Super Nintendo, but NTSC version. No, it's not a very good game. I know it's not a very good game, but it's a game I didn't have. Game for me collection. When it comes to those cartridge games, This is the last thing in there, and it's Solomon's Key. Now, I bought this on eBay for like £2 with like £1.50 pushing packing. It's got a little bit of sticker damage on the bottom here, but I'm not that fussed because I will be able to just get a little bit of purple felt onto the bottom of the white there, and if I fold that over and glue it down, it should look okay, if you see what I mean. So yeah, it cost me like £3-ish, £3.50 that thing. Anyway, yeah, the rest of today's car boot sale finds. Now, I'll go put my bag down here so I can start putting things on here. But yeah, some decent stuff. Now, I'm going to go with the toys again first. And I picked this up. This cost me 50p she asked for it. Now, it's not complete. It's nothing special. It's just going to stand on my shelf with the rest of my Transformer toys. And it's basically just the front lorry wagon part of Ultra Magnus. It does work properly. You're just missing every single accessory. Although it is pretty cool to see that the heat hologram thing at the front still works. Well, it does work, but it doesn't show up on the bloody camera very well. It does work. That's pretty cool because they're usually well fucked by now. Yeah, Ultra Magnus, just a bit of them but Ultra Magnus none the fucking less. Worth a few pence. Now I paid 10p for this. I just said, listen, can I? How much is the little plastic car? And she was like, oh, 10p. It's. I actually don't know what generation this guy is. He's probably first gen. And he looks like he's been in the fucking bath as well. Well, no, he couldn't have been in the bath because the stickers are still on, but his things on the top are rusty. Now, I'm not quite sure. Is his name Mixmaster? Is it Mixmaster? I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's cool. Anyone who knows me knows that I like to get me Transformer toys. He's going to go and sit on my shelf with the rest of my Transformers. But for now, he's going to sit on Ultra Magnus's back. Okay, next up, this is all game related now. Now, I picked this up for £1. It's not in the best condition. I'm going to probably reshell this. But it was £1. It's a Game Boy Advance SP. Now, you'll probably see at the bottom there. It's chewed to hell, scratched to hell. It's been well loved, this thing. It's missing its battery. It's missing its back. And obviously, it doesn't have its sticker. I do not know if it works or not. It's a Game Boy Advance SP. The screen looks like it's in good condition. Obviously, the screen doesn't look like it's bled. The buttons all feel like they work. And these feel like they work as well, the sides. So, £1. It's a little project. I've actually got 5 now. 5 Game Boy Advance SPs that need to be reshelled. 4 of them just don't... Well, 4 of them are classed as not working, although I've never actually tried to fix them. The 5th one does work. It's just it's a plain grey one, and I've already got a grey one, so I want to reshell that anyway, or at least swap it for one that's. But I don't think anyone wants to swap a plain grey one for a different colour. But yeah, £1 for the Game Boy Advance SP. It's worth it, isn't it? To be fair, oh no, the inside's chewed as well. Fuck it. I'll reshell that. Next up. The first stall that I went to, I picked these up. £1 each they were. Now, the fellow had a box full of games. It was Xbox, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. And unfortunately these days, when you find a box full of games, I'd say 50% of it's going to be sports. Absolute shit sports. FIFA, Pro Evo, fucking Tiger Woods Golf, crap like that. There's always the same fucking shitty games. So, it's rare to get hold of anything these days. But as PlayStation 1 games, he had 4 great games sat there. I got his best games. Now, at £1 each. Now, I'm gonna pick them out in the order of what I think is least great. At £1 each, I got Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Now, look. And the disc is in nice condition. the manual's in great condition. This for £1. Abe's Odyssey. Whoa, that's nice. Now that's my Abe's Odyssey is a fucking best choice one, or buyer's choice, or something else. It's not an original one like that, and that's in great condition. So that's gonna go in my collection, and the other one is gonna be traded off. Next up is a game. Do I have this game? No, I don't. Fucking yes, I do not have this game. I've got 1, I've got 3. I don't have this. Resident Evil 2. £1. Resident Evil 2. You open it up. Disc 1, disc 2. That thing. And a manual. And again, I don't need to show you these discs because it's going to just make more. It's half an hour long, this video already. It's going to eat more time. £1. A fucking £1 for Resident Evil 2. Nice. Fucking nice. And then this is another £1 game off the same guy. Dino Crisis. Look at that. Look at the condition these cases are in. How Dino Crisis look. Is that part of the front, or yeah, that's part of the front thing. They should have done this more often on PlayStation games. The front thing should have always had a print on the back of it. Because that looks brilliant when you open up. When you open some of these games, Resident Evil won't work. When you open some of these games up, it's that. It's white. Ew. So they should have done that more often. That's great. I know obviously it's still only advertising their own fucking product, but still. And then the game, that, and that. See what I mean? The condition of these are £1 each. Fucking bargain. Gazz won massive there. But there's one more game. Now I know this game probably isn't the best of games, but it's a game I've wanted to own for a long time because it's a game I did once own in my original PlayStation ownership. But this is a good little purchase because this isn't a cheap game anymore. At £1, I picked up Nightmare Creatures. Oh yes, Nightmare Creatures for the PlayStation 1. White thing. But yeah, look, it's got its manual. The manual's got a tiny little crease in it there. A tiny little crease. It barely exists, that crease. And then the disc. Again, another beautiful, beautiful disc. I'm so happy to get hold of Nightmare Creatures on the PlayStation 1. It's a game I've wanted to own for quite a long time because it was a decent game. Okay then, I've only got 2 more things now to show. Now the second stall I went to, my little sister got there first and she had hold of one of these and I was like, bastard! But there is a rule when I game chase with me friends and my family. If it's something I'm after, I do get first dibs. If it's something they're after, they do get first dibs as well. So if my mate Glenn was there, he probably would have had first dibs on some of those PlayStation games. I'm glad he wasn't there. In fact, I think he's got all of them PlayStation games, so it probably wouldn't have been much of a problem to him. But again, we get first dibs on certain things between us. But my sister had hold of one of these. Now, £2 each these cost. Which you've got to know that I was especially happy for £2 each. Now they are boxed, but the boxes are in boxes in poor condition. But it's hard to find these things in good condition at all. Game & Watch, panorama screen, Popeye. Now this thing, it's old, but the condition of it is pretty decent. Now unfortunately, oh yeah, you can tell that comes with its little instruction manual, which is it's great that comes with its instruction manual, which is in fairly decent condition. Unfortunately, this front metal thing has come off, but luckily enough, it's a simple bit of glue. Now you'll be able to tell that it's got its battery cover on it, which that's half the fucking battle when you're getting Game & Watches. Half the battle, because most of the time they don't fucking come with them. But yeah, this thing here, this will just glue a little bit of glue, will glue it right back on. Look, it fits on anyway. But this thing here, you open it like this, and then you see on that screen down there the reflection of what's on up here. Basically, that's just a mirror, and you see the reflection of what's going on. I don't know why it was like that. I really fucking don't. But yeah, that's a Game & Watch for £2. A boxed Game & Watch for £2. But that's not all. Yeah. Now, I say that was £2. If the box was in better condition, it would be worth like £120 or £130. It's probably, with the box in that condition, it's probably only worth about 70 or 80. I'm not 100% sure, but £2. And then last but not least is this Game & Watch Parachute. Now again, look, the box is it's in really tatty condition. It feels like an old fucking well-used, well-wet newspaper. But again, this Game & Watch comes with its little manual, and then it comes in really good condition. There's a little tiny dent here in the corner. It's not major, but look, it comes with its battery compartment thing, and it comes with this. By the way, both of them do have the initials GB up here scratched into them. Now, I did notice that. Yes, this one here, I don't know if you can see that. It actually has the word George. It's my girlfriend's name. But it has the word George written on the front of it here. You can barely make it out. This one doesn't seem to have anything written on it. But yeah, £2 for Game & Watch. Like, awesome. Anyway, that's my pickups video. That's everything I've gotten this week. Oh well, in the last couple of weeks. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and share. And tune in again, because I make these videos constantly. And go to your own boot sales. Find your own deals, because there's still deals out there. Even though there's collectors, there's resellers who constantly walk around these things. You'll still find them. You know, I found this thing for £3. What a bargain. Game & Watches for £2 each. Fucking Game Boy, 50p. I know it needs a bit of work done to it, but there's a lot of people who like that kind of stuff. You know, 10p for a Transformer, 20p for a Transformer, 50p for some old figures and shit like that, and then £1 each for some great PlayStation games. There's deals to be had. Get out there and have them, man. Get out there and have them. Anyway, I'm Gazz Cavalera. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and tune in again.